What do you know about lupus? Is it a mystery to you, or do you have a basic understanding of this complex disease? Let's demystify it together. Lupus, in simple terms, is a chronic autoimmune disease. It's a condition where the body's own immune system turns against itself, wreaking havoc on various organs and tissues. And it's not as rare as you might think, affecting millions of people all around the globe. Stick around as we delve deeper into the symptoms, causes, and diagnosis of lupus. First off, we'll explore the symptoms. Lupus is a master of disguise, often mimicking other diseases. This chameleon-like quality can make it a challenge to recognize, but let's shed some light on its typical manifestations. One of the most common symptoms is fatigue. It's not your average tiredness after a long day, it's an intense, pervasive weariness that doesn't improve with rest. This exhaustion can be so overwhelming it interferes with daily activities, making even simple tasks seem daunting. Joint pain is another telltale sign. People with lupus often experience swelling, pain, or stiffness in their joints, particularly in the hands, wrists, and knees. This can be mistaken for arthritis, another reason why lupus often flies under the radar. Then there's the rash, a distinctive skin rash that appears or worsens with sun exposure. Known as a butterfly rash due to its unique shape, it spreads across the cheeks and bridge of the nose, resembling the wings of a butterfly. Fever is another symptom that may come and go without any apparent reason. This is not your typical fever associated with an infection. It's a low-grade, persistent fever that can be a subtle hint of lupus lurking beneath the surface. Remember, these symptoms may wax and wane, and their severity can vary from person to person. This variability often leads to misdiagnosis, adding to the complexity of this elusive disease. As you can see, lupus symptoms are quite varied, making it a tricky disease to pinpoint. But what causes lupus? Now onto what causes lupus. The short answer is, we don't fully know, but we have some theories. Lupus is a complex disease and its cause remains a mystery. However, research suggests that it's likely a combination of factors. One theory is that certain individuals are genetically predisposed to lupus. This means that if lupus runs in your family, you might be more likely to develop it. Another potential factor is our environment. Certain environmental triggers like exposure to sunlight, certain types of infections, or even certain medications might kickstart the disease in susceptible individuals. Hormonal factors are also believed to play a role. Lupus is more common in women, which suggests that female hormones may influence the development of the disease. However, it's important to note that more research is needed to fully understand these factors and how they contribute to lupus. So, it's a mix of nature and nurture, but how do doctors diagnose lupus? Diagnosing lupus can be a journey. There's no single test that can definitively diagnose lupus. It's like piecing together a puzzle, with each piece representing a different aspect of your health. First off, there's the physical examination. Doctors will look for signs of inflammation such as rashes, swollen joints, or organ damage. But these symptoms could be caused by many different conditions, which is why the medical history is also crucial. Doctors will ask about your symptoms, how long you've had them, and whether anyone in your family has lupus or another autoimmune disease. Then, there's the laboratory tests. These might include blood and urine tests to check for signs of inflammation and organ damage, and antibody tests to look for certain types of antibodies that are common in people with lupus. This process can be lengthy, sometimes spanning several years. It's a journey of discovery, of piecing together the puzzle until the picture becomes clear. As you can see, diagnosing lupus is not a straightforward process, but understanding the disease is the first step towards managing it. So what have we learned about lupus today? We've shed light on this often misunderstood disease, breaking it down into three key aspects: symptoms, causes, and diagnosis. We've learned that lupus is a complex autoimmune disease presenting a wide range of symptoms. From fatigue and fever to joint pain and skin lesions, lupus can affect various parts of the body, making it quite challenging to diagnose. Speaking of causes, we've discovered that lupus is triggered by a combination of genetics, environment, and possibly hormones. It's not a disease you catch, it's one that's already hiding in your genetic code. And on the diagnosis front, we've explored that it involves a series of blood tests, physical examinations, and sometimes even biopsies. It's a comprehensive process that requires patience and persistence. Remember, knowledge is power. The more we understand about lupus, the better equipped we are to fight it. Stay healthy, stay informed.